welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting to the program. You're welcome. Share the program, share the broadcast, share on your platform, share to family and friends, share to anyone that is close to you.
Promise not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this program today. Wherever you are watching me from, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. If you are joining us for the very first time, please know that the very platform where you are watching this program from is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. A platform under our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanepa, and under the Supreme Leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. In this platform, we do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to push lies or propaganda. We don't come here to blackmail people. What we do on this very platform is to encourage Biafrans far and wide. What we do here is to bring update to Biafran people for them to know the situation of the things happening in their own land. A lot is going on in Biafra land, and nobody seems to be paying attention. A lot is going on in Biafra land, and people are pretending that all is well. That is why we will not keep silent. No matter how the world pretend not to see what is going on, we will continue to push it to their face. We bring it to them for them to understand what is going on in Biafra land. We come here to encourage Biafran people to stand their ground, continue to pursue their freedom, We come here to encourage Biafran people to always hold to their right. The right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, the right to life. These are very important rights that every human being should guard jealously. And we come here to remind Biafrans to hold them tight. Most importantly, do not allow people to push you to the wall and make you feel that you are doing the wrong thing. Every single thing that we are doing today as Biafrans, we are on the right track. We are on the right track. Do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. Continue to do that which is right, and Chukwu will continue to strengthen you. I welcome my beloved brother Stephen. Thank you for joining, Stephen. Waji, thank you so much for joining, Waji from Uganda. Thank you so much for joining. Wherever you are joining from, I appreciate you. Anywhere you are joining this program from, I appreciate you and I welcome you to this program. So as we go deep into this program today, we are going to discuss as usual, and we are going to do the needful. Today is another day, and I say happy sit at home. Afiz Kosa, thank you so much for joining, Afiz. I appreciate you. Today is the 4th day of the sit at home. As we have agreed, as the Biafran people unanimously have agreed that they will sit at home to show the world their grievances, to show the world the disapproval of the evil happening in the country called Nigeria. That agreement today is the 4th day, and I bet you Biafrans are sitting at home. Happy sit at home, all Biafrans, wherever you are watching from. I appreciate you. It is not going to be easy, and there was never a time we were promised an easy ride. Our Prime Minister Mazen Nandekano told us before now that the journey is going to be tough. Our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa also told us that the journey is going to be tough. So do not expect any easy ride anywhere. It is not going to be easy. The earlier you begin to put that in your brain, the better for you. But does it worth the sacrifice? Yes, it worth it. Whatever we are doing today, worth the sacrifice. Please, as you join this very platform, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Gabema, share the broadcast and also like. Click like and share. Click like and share. This is how we can be able to reach to other people who have not known that we are online. Most of the time, the YouTube do not send notification to people. The only way people can get notification is when you join the platform, you share and you like. Click like and you share. By that way, other people will see that we are online and they will join us. So as I was saying, today being the 4th day of this very sit at home, we are making a hell lot of progress. A lot of progress is being made. And I appreciate Biafran people who are doing this on their own without being forced. It is not easy. It is challenging. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. But the Biafran people know what they want, and that is why they are ready to pay the sacrifice for them to be free. I appreciate everyone that is watching across the world. I appreciate those who are in Biafra land. Stand strong. Continue to tighten your belt, and I bet you we are going to land safely. No matter what the enemy do, no matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, we know that they will not go without a fight. Even before now, we know that the enemies will not go without a fight. And we are prepared. Chukwu Okike, who sent us, have prepared us. And he's ahead of us. As long as Chukwu Okike is leading this very race, there's no way we can lose. Losing this fight is not in the dictionary. There's you don't talk about it. There is no way we can lose this fight. There is no way, anyway, we can't lose it. Because Chukwu Okike is leading. As long as he's leading and we follow diligently, we shall overcome. Before you know it, the good news will spread all over. The whole world will hear the good news and they will say, yes, finally, Chukwu Okike have delivered his people. There is no doubt. I have no doubt that he will deliver us. I have no doubt that Chukwu Okike will stand with us. I have no doubt whatsoever that we are going to make it at last. Every place you are watching me from, if you are a Biafran, please stand strong and stand firm. Our enemies will not relent. They will not give up. Our enemies will not stop attacking. They will not stop blackmailing. They will not stop doing their evil against us. But as long as you stand firm, we will overcome. Chidin Joko, you are welcome. Thank you for joining. So, every one of you that is watching, I appreciate every one of you that is watching wherever you're watching from. Please, as you join the platform, you like. As you join the platform, you like and also share to people around you so that they can be able to join us. So, as I was saying, on the 4th day of this very sit at home, the 4th day of the journey into Biafra, it is becoming much more clearer where we are heading. A lot of things are happening. Amuzie Simon, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. It is becoming much more clearer where we are headed. We shall get to our destination. No matter the attack that we get, no matter the obstructions, the hindrances that are coming, we will never give up and we will never relax. For some of you who were able to watch the broadcast of our Prime Minister yesterday, it was another bomb blast. It was another encouragement. It was another revelation of how far we have gone and how far we are willing to go. Biafra restoration is on top gear. There is nothing on the planet Earth that will stop the restoration of Biafra. You see this wave of freedom that is blowing, it is going to touch every Biafran. We will be free. We will be free. Just a little sacrifice and we'll be free. The game have started. Our enemy cannot stand it. They can't stand Chukwu Kabiama. It is not because of our strength, not because of our effort, not because of our wisdom, but it is because Chukwu Kabiama have gone ahead of us to fight this battle. All we are doing today is to walk through that same style and get into our freedom. As for our enemy, they will never stop. And I want every one of you to continue to pray for our Prime Minister. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister. Every blessed day when you wake up, put him in your prayer. Pray that Chukwu Okekabia will guide and protect our Prime Minister wherever he is. Because the enemies, they will never stop. They will keep on trying, but they will continue to fail. You heard yesterday, our Prime Minister gave them the last warning. They have been planning, every now and again, sending terrorists to Finland to attack our Prime Minister. They have done it the first time, and they are planning again. The first people have failed. They could not succeed. And they will never succeed because you are going against an innocent person. You are going against the chosen. How can you succeed? How can you succeed when you are going against the innocent? It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter the weapon of your warfare. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. It doesn't matter the angle you're coming from. You can never ever succeed. Chukwu Okekabia, who gave all this assignment, we never leave him alone. That is why you see every plan they are making, even before they finish the plan, it should be revealed. Every plan they make, before they make a step, they are failing already. They have gathered once again, these so-called politicians, Ohaneze Ndibu, and the Zoological Republic. Evil men gathering, the gathering of the vultures, they are gathering again, seeking for whom to devour. But they are going to devour themselves this time around. Every hole they are digging, they will fall into it. The warning has been given. Nobody has a monopoly to violence. Just like I always tell you that the Biafran people, our primary objective is to protect life and property of Biafran people. That is our primary objectives. To protect life and property of Biafran people. We are not interested in taking any life. We are not pleased that anybody, anywhere, regardless your belief or what you are pursuing, will lose your life. That is why you see our Prime Minister taking his time. The same way Mazen Nandekano was taking his own time. Even when Mazen Nandekano was to go to take action, he never took action. He was still giving opportunity for people to repent. Even at this critical time, our Prime Minister is still taking his time to reduce the collateral damage to almost zero. But if you want to take that his leniency for granted, if you want to take that for granted, you have yourself to blame. If you are fighting against Biafra, standing against the progress of Biafra, simply because you are being given the opportunity to repent and turn to a good life, and you refuse. If you continue to toll the path of evil, that evil that you wish for is going to meet you. The Prime Minister of Biafra have warned. He has sent a clear warning to everyone, everywhere. All those who have gathered themselves against the Biafran people, all those who are making one plan or the other to go against the Biafran, to attack. Be warned. Be warned. You have heard from our Prime Minister. Everything you do in the secret is always in the open. There's no place to hide. There is no place for you to hide. Everything you do in the secret. Once you finish doing it, before the next 24 hours, he's going to get the information. Chukwu has a way of doing his things. Just like when the Karowite lawyer was warned. The Karowite lawyer was warned. He was warned. Stop going to native doctors to attack Masisa Marepa. Stop stepping your foot anywhere to attack Masisa Marepa. He refused and he continued to chase. And the last movement he made, the man that he sent got blind. And he kidnapped that man because the man's condition was to confess before he can regain his sight. He kidnapped that very man and hid him away from the public. That will not save you. The same way today, all these idiots have been warned who call themselves politicians, criminals, enemies of Biafra. They have been warned. If they continue on that path of evil, that evil they wish for our Prime Minister will meet them in their doorstep. That evil they wish for him will meet them in their doorstep. Whatever evil you are planning, you cannot sow rice and reap cocoyam. Whatever you sow is what you will reap. If you sow yam, you reap yam. You sow cassava, you reap cassava. You cannot sow yam and you reap cassava. So wherever you're watching this program from, you must be steadfast. These enemies are not going to stop. The blackmail will not stop. The propaganda will not stop. They will always try to look for a means to attack the Biafran people. They will always try to look for one way or the other to send the attack. They will never stop. It doesn't matter how you try to consider them. It doesn't matter how you try to say you'll be silent. It doesn't matter how good we are. They will always be there. But that will not make us to stop pursuing our freedom. We are talking about the life of 70 million people. Innocent Biafrans, innocent children who have lost their life because of this cause. Innocent children who were starved to death. And so many who were murdered because they were defending their land. We will continue to remember them. And we are going to stand for them, speak for them. And somebody must face the penalty for doing those evil on them. There must be payback. For every evil you commit against Biafran people, there must be payback. That is why most of the time we are warning those of you who claim to be Biafran and yet you are working against Biafra. You don't know what you are doing. You are digging your grave. You call yourself a Biafran and you are working against Biafran people. You are digging your grave. And I tell you, what will come upon you, you can never stand it. When what will come upon you, you can never ever stand it. It doesn't matter how you try. You cannot survive it. Today, I'm calling upon every Biafran. If you have not joined on this seat at home, you still have the opportunity to join and make a statement. If you are in Biafra land and you are not yet part of this evangelism, you better pick up your cross and carry it. If you don't, you have yourself to blame. Today you have defense. You have somebody who can defend you. You have somebody who can defend you, who is willing to defend you, who is willing to go to extra mile to make sure that you are safe. The only good thing you can do for yourself is to tap into that very opportunity so that you can survive. Have a notion of your own. Grow at your own speed and acquire anything you want to acquire Go to any height you want to get to. We have suffered for too long in that contraption. We have been subjugated for too long in that contraption. A lot of evil have been done against us in that contraption. And we will not continue to condone that. We will not. It is very important for us to pay attention to what is happening today in Africa. It is very important. Pay attention to the events happening in Africa today. You're welcome, David Madupe. Thank you for joining. You have to be very careful. Pay attention to what is happening all over the world, more especially African countries this time. A revolution is happening in Africa, even though it's been a military revolution, but yet it is a revolution. It is a revolution, and it's going to touch everybody. In the case of Nigeria, the revolution is going to break Nigeria into pieces, and Biafrans will lead it. We are almost there. That is why most of the time I urge every other ethnic group, if you know where you belong, it is better you begin to prepare yourself. If you know which ethnic group you belong, any zone you belong, you better begin to prepare yourself for what is coming. This wave of freedom, it's either it makes you strong or it blows you away. And the people who are going to stand it are people who are prepared. Just like the Biafrans are preparing ahead of time. When that wind will blow over the zoo, when that wind will blow over Nigeria, the Biafrans will walk home. We are going to walk home without any distraction, without any interruption. Whatever you are seeing today is a preparation for the days to come. It's a preparation. That is why it is important for you to follow instruction. Anytime you hear the directive from Master Simon Epa, follow it. Follow it. It's for your own benefit. If you doubt it, you have yourself to blame. If you doubt it, you have yourself to blame. Follow instructions. Those instructions are meant to save you. They are meant to keep you safe. They are meant to deliver you. They are meant to make sure that you have a good life. They are meant to make sure that security, you have it. Economic viability, you have it. But if you don't key in, you will have yourself to blame. For those of you who have signed up for eternal slavery, it is up to you. It's your choice. You made it for yourself. But there are numerous Biafrans. Almost 99% of Biafrans, who are yearning for freedom, earnestly yearning for freedom. And it is because of them that we have come. Those who want their freedom. We are going to get that freedom in this generation, not in the generation to come. In this our time, 2023 to be precise. Biafra is going to be a reality. It's going to come. Already, you've seen the pointers everywhere. You see Biafrans making exploits. You see the name of Biafra going far and wide. You see Biafra having engagement with countries of the world. And we are marching forward. With the liberation of army of Biafra, we have nothing to fear. With the liberation army of Biafra, we have nothing to fear. We have no apology to anybody. Because we know we are not breaking the law. What we are demanding for is that which belongs to us. Freedom. We have the right to life. In the contraption called Nigeria, the kind of death that's happening in contraption Nigeria, mainly focusing on those who are not Fulanis, the indigenous people, losing their life, and nobody's asking questions. The indigenous people in the northern part of Nigeria are almost wiped away by one single ethnic group, the Fulanis. They don't see anybody as human except themselves. They do not see anybody anywhere as a human except themselves. Whatever they want to do, it is at their own standard. They will not allow you to have a voice. They will not allow you to speak for yourself. And you want to continue on that path. No. No same person will continue on such path of evil. No same person will allow himself to be subjected to everlasting slavery. No same person. We pay attention to falsehood. But all these failures are what you find in the zoo. In that country called Nigeria, everything is possible. A country where only the fraudulent people succeed. Why the hardworking and genuine people continue to suffer? A country where they have made people to know that hard work never pays anymore. A country that have made all the youths to be on the fast lane. They want to make it fast. They don't want to pass through any procedure. That is why you see many of them entering into trouble. What else do you want to know? Chukwu Okike Abiyama is ready to redeem us, for we trust in him. Because his word said that they that trust in him shall be like Mount Zion, which cannot be removed and abide forever. There are mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surround his people. So Chukwu Okike Abiyama surround every one of us, now and even forevermore. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to surround us with angels. We will never dash our foot against a stone. Chukwu Okike Abiyama loves the Biafran people so much. He loves us so much. That is why he always tells us things that will happen when it has not happened. Chukwu Okike Abiyama always gives us pre-notice before anything happens. He shows us the way. He directs us the angle to go. He tells us exactly what will be happening in the next seconds. The only reason why most of us are falling victim is that because we are not paying attention. Most of us, we don't pay attention to instruction. Even after when instruction was given us, some of us, you pretend you have prayed and you walk out. At the end of the day, you get yourself into trouble. We are in a very critical situation. War is going on in Biafra land. We are in the situation of war in Biafra land. How many times have you prayed for Biafra? How many times have you placed Biafra in your prayers? Every one of us have to continue to put Biafra in prayers. Because the situation we are seeing ourselves today is not an easy one. And it's not ending anytime. Until we liberate ourselves completely. If you remain in the zoo and you think that the situation will improve, it will never ever improve. It will get worse. Whoever becomes the president, it will get worse. Because what you see today is a contraption where people were forced to be together without their own notice. You were just pointed and told them you belong here, you belong here, you belong here. And when you grow up, you see that they put you in a strange land. Divide and rule system. Before I came and learned, I just remembered a video I watched where Ebukobi was interviewing one of our brothers. And Ebukobi was asking that brother, what is your name? He said his name is Chikadibia. His name is Chikadibia. He asked me other thing, he called another name again, I think an Igbo name. And pastor asked him, but Ebukobi asked him, are you an Igbo person? He said no, that is from South. What tribe are you? He said he's from South. South is not a tribe. In fact, South doesn't exist. There's nothing called South. But this line was planted in order to make sure they split the Southeast. And this is how far this we can go. Whenever anything that has to do with people in Biafra land, they will go extra mile, including turning around, turning law. They can turn everything around to make sure that they push down their evil agenda. That is the situation in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. You can continue to deny it, can continue to preach to those who you can convince, but I bet you, good number of Nigerians, good number of Biafrans, they know today that Nigeria will never ever survive. And they know that the only solution remains a breakup. When you break Nigeria up, you're going to save a lot of life, a whole lot of life. When you break up Nigeria, you're going to save a whole lot of life. And that is our mission. We want to save life. It has fallen on our shoulders for us to make sure that lives are being saved. And we cannot run away from it. Chukwu Okike knew why he brought us in that place where he kept us, in Biafra land. He has a reason. And I believe the appointed time has come for us to take up our position and begin to do that which we are supposed to do for Chukwu Okike. Everyone that is watching me today have to know that Nigeria is not for you. It is not for me. As you're watching me, they are busy planning and orchestrating evil on how they are going to take us out. As you are watching, they are planning and pushing all manner of propaganda against us, thinking that that can be able to stop us. Your propaganda cannot stop us. Sorry to disappoint you. No amount of propaganda will stop Biafrans for pursuing their rights. No amount of blackmail. You cannot stop us. The more you try to stop us, the more we move faster. The more you try to stop us, the more we perform better. The more you try to showcase your idiocy, your foolishness, the more we expose you. A lot is going to happen going forward. Today is the 4th day of the sit at home. Biafran people are sitting at home on their various places in large number. Biafrans are sitting at home because it is the right thing to do. When they tell you that it's been enforced, nobody is enforcing sit at home. The only people who enforce it at home are people who are not the people that are obeying, are people who are following up. It is the enemy of Biafrans that have been pushing some falsehood against us. They have been pushing so many lies against us. They have been sending all manner of attacks against us. But I bet you they will never ever succeed. No matter how they try, they will not succeed. They will not succeed. And because we are paying attention and doing the right thing, that is why they will not succeed. Don't just say they will not succeed and you fold your hands doing nothing. No. If you fold your hand doing nothing, they might succeed. But I trust Chukwu Kabema, for he has already given us the opportunity. He has given us the riches, which will never add any sorrow. So wherever you're watching from, all you have to do is to be your brother's keeper. Continue to participate in the sit at home because it works it. It works it. When you see the kind of thing that is happening today, you have to be mindful of yourself where you go. Be security conscious. When you watch what is happening in West Africa today, if you are in the Islamic Republic, you have to prepare. You begin to prepare yourself. Excuse me. Don't wait until it happens to you. You have to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. When you prepare yourself, you will not be taken by surprise. It is very important you get prepared. If you know how you can prepare yourself, prepare. Because what is coming ahead is heavy. What is coming ahead is heavy. Sometimes when we search and look at what is coming ahead, when the revelation is being made, you become so weak. You'll be asking why. But that is how we find ourselves. In the planet Earth, where we find ourselves is a place where troubles and temptation always come. Where there are so many worries, so many obstacles. But in all of that, we will never give up. In all of that, we never stop doing what we are supposed to do. We must have to stand strong, be steadfast in everything we are doing, be positioned at the right place at the right time. This is not the time to party, by the way. It's not the time to celebrate. Biafra land is at war. It's at war. The only good thing you can do yourself is to begin to visit the platforms that are speaking the truth. Every platform of our Biafra Republic government in Israel. Visit there. Encourage yourself. And move on. We have started the journey and there's no going back. We have started the journey into Biafra land. That journey has started. Do not allow yourself to be left behind. Don't allow them to leave you behind. If you play with yourself, you play with your life, and you don't take yourself serious, you might lose it. But even if you lose it, it will not stop us from demanding that which we have to demand for. It will not stop us from pursuing our freedom. The freedom of our Biafran people is much more important than anything you can think of today. It's much more important. There's nothing that is as important as the freedom of Biafra today. Because that will mark the turnaround of the whole world. The turnaround of the whole world order. Nigeria, the capital, home capital of the terrorist people. It will cease to be a home of terrorist people if writing is being done. And as we are moving out of the zoo, it is a challenge for them. When we leave, just give us some few years. You come back to Biafra, you will not recognize it. Nothing will make us to stop asking. There is nothing you offer to us today in exchange for our freedom that we're going to listen to you. It is not possible. You cannot offer anything in exchange for our freedom. That's our freedom is worthless. Our freedom. If we buy into your foolishness, if we buy into your idea, if we fall a victim to your propaganda, it means we don't know the value of our freedom, and our freedom is worthless. But because we know the weight of our freedom, we know who we are. Our freedom is priceless. Priceless. You cannot price it. There's no price you can put for our freedom. It's priceless. So that is why even the enemy, they know whom we are, they know where we are coming from, and they know our worth. They are scared of our success. They are scared of our progress. They are scared of what is in us. It is so sad that even some of us Biafrans don't know whom we are. So many of us Biafrans, we don't know who we are. We allow the enemy to push propaganda and lies to confuse us. You allow the cheap blackmail and propaganda to catch you. Don't allow it. Do not allow it. Everything that we require as a human being, as Biafra, Chukwuka might have given us, naturally, he gave it to us, and the brain to make things happen. Chukwuka might give us that brain. We are huge in number that has that very same quality. Can turn around things that is not working to be working. We can give life to those who are losing it. And there's no way we can see you taking innocent life and we allow you. No, we will not. We will not. That is why today you see the Biafra Liberation Army are in the front line, defending you, defending me. They will continue to do that until Biafra comes. These people are parents, husbands, friends, and we can't leave them on their own. Every one of us must continue to support them. Support the ESN in your prayers. Support the BNL in your prayers. Support the Biafra Liberation Army in their prayers. It is very important that every one of us, anytime you go on your knees, you pray for them. Because these are people, volunteers, who have put their own life on the line. Not minding the situation. Not minding the trouble. Not minding the obstacle. Not minding all the lies and propaganda. These are people who have come together. May Chukwuka give us the strength to stand together until the last minute when we will have our freedom this year. The freedom of Biafran people is non-negotiable. My sister have said it, our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister said it, that it's non-negotiable. Our freedom is non-negotiable. And he didn't just say it and relax. A lot of things is happening. That you have not seen it doesn't mean it's not happening. If you are in Biafra land today, that you have not seen it happen close to you is because of the ESN and the Liberation Army. Don't say it's not existing. Don't say it's not existing. Some of you might think that we come here to make up stories. We come here to say things that are not obtainable. We are not making up stories. We are only reminding you of things that you are supposed to know. Some you know already, but you are not paying attention. Maybe because your schedules at work, maybe because of one reason or the other. You don't memorize things that you've seen in the past. But those of us who are here watching, who has the time to sit back and watch, we are just like the security men at the gates. And when we get the information, we pass it across and we begin to cry and call attention on the authorities, the Biafra Republic government in Israel, to take action. And that was exactly the instruction that our Prime Minister gave yesterday, that wherever you are in Biafra land, if there is something you notice happening, if there is an attack happening against Biafra people, don't keep silent. Just look for any of the media warriors, the Biafra Republic government, the media warriors. Send out the message through him, and Master Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, will receive it. He also gave the instruction yesterday that every Biafran should not be silent. Be watching over your environment. When you see these idiots, these criminals in operation, just stay away. And when they begin to misbehave, you can contact the Biafran Republic inside. Contact them, and then they will be treated accordingly. It is so sad where we are coming from. It is very, very sad where we are coming from. That some people don't pay attention. Some people don't take things serious. Some people think everything is for joke. They think that everything is just by raising your shoulders. No. There are certain situations that you have to calm down and watch carefully for you to understand. And there are situations where you have to exercise your strength. Study the situation that you are in and know what the approach you give. Today, generally, as we gather, the only thing that is on top of our heart today is the freedom of Biafran people. How are we going to be free? That is the question. How are we going to be free? For those of us who are following events, how are we going to be free? It is said and stated by Master Simon Ekpa how we are going to be free. And the process has started. If you are confused, just don't worry. Follow instructions. Follow instructions. You will see where we are going to get to. Before you know it, you will be in Biafra. And you wouldn't have anybody to be reminding you or telling you this and that. Who brought us will give us the strength and power to overcome. No matter the challenges they might bring, no matter the obstacle coming from east, west, north, and south, no matter what they bring, they will never ever succeed. They will never succeed. And for you to know that we are not relenting in our effort and we're not looking back, no matter what the enemy is throwing at us, we will continue to do the needful. Just as you see the propaganda, the new propaganda that they are pushing today. The new propaganda you will see today is that they are trying to make us go against Mazen Nandekano. They are trying to provoke us. They are trying to provoke the genuine Biafrans that they know. These ones are truly fighting for Mazen Nandekano. They have now pursued a strategy to make sure that they make us angry so that we can say, oh, we're not defending him anymore. They are trying to push his head with our Prime Minister. And they continue to show some different useless write-ups in their newspaper and in their media. Master Simon Ekpa and Mazen Nandekano are not in loggerheads. They are not competing. They are not dragging anything. Their post is different, totally different from each other. Mazen Nandekano, the supreme leader of IPOB, everybody know. And Mazen Simon Ekpa is loyal to him, 101% loyal to him. He has said this so many times. He has said this so many times. That he is loyal to Mazen Nandekano. But you see in their media what they are projecting. They always try to create a narrative for themselves. These are a bunch of idiots, criminals. They will gather themselves and they will create a narrative for themselves. After they create that narrative, they keep it and begin to pursue us. They begin to force the people to buy into that narrative. And they use the media to create all this narrative. They will use their media. When they use the media, they will create all those narratives, begin to destroy people and begin to delay people. You cannot destroy us and you cannot delay us. Chukwu Okabana brought us together. Is going to guide us until we get to promised land, which we will get. No matter what the enemy tries, no matter what the promised land is sure, we will get there. Not because I'm saying it, but because Chukwu Okabana have mapped us out among those who will be in the promised land. And we cannot take that opportunity for granted. That is why today you have to be very, very smart in whatever you are doing. Don't give in to any blackmail, more especially emotional blackmail. That is what they use against us. They have used it and it's working for them. But the time has come when we will no longer yield to emotional blackmail. We have said it time and time again. Our Prime Minister America has said it. If you don't want a lizard in your house, do not bring anti-infested firewood. Don't. If you don't want the visit of the lizard, do not bring anti-infested firewood to your house. Because if you do, lizard definitely will visit. Who brought us, will strengthen us, and he will give us the guidelines. What to do, how to do it, and when to do it. We will never relent in our effort. Every attack against the Biafran people will die a natural death. Every principalities and powers waging war against Biafran people will never find a place of peace. Who gave us life, gave us breath, continue to protect us, will always be glorified. Please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu. Today is just word of encouragement to encourage you. As Biafran people are sitting at home, if you know anyone you can support in the palliative, just go ahead and support them. Encourage everyone that you are seeing here. Encourage, because the time might come we will not see again. A time will come when you will not have the opportunity to listen to whatever I'm trying to say. Now that you have the opportunity to listen, make good use of it. Make good use of it. We are not slaves. We are freeborn. And you have to have that at the back of your mind. We are freeborn. No matter how the enemy tries to change the narrative to make us feel like we are slaves, we are not, and we will never be. We will never be. They push lie against Mazen Nandekan. They want to turn us against Mazen Nandekan. They want to create chaos. They want to create trouble so that they will say, oh, Mazen Nandekan did this and did that. They want to pitch him against Mazen Samarepa. So they will start fighting each other in your dreams. Even as at yesterday, Mazen Samarepa have repeated again that Mazen Nandekano is the supreme leader of IPOB and he is loyal to him. He has said it again. And he has not changed. I want you to hear Mazen Nandekano advice once again, what he has to say.
Country for you in Africa. I give you a very simple example. There is a place called India. I'm sure that some of you know that India used to be comprised of, I think it's Bangladesh, India itself, Pakistan, Kashmir, and is it Bengal. But this is how human beings reason. And the selfishness you have in the Nigerian political system today did not start today. It started from Azikiwe, Awolowo, and Tafawa Balewa, or should I say Ahmadu Bello. It didn't start today, selfishness. Why do I say selfishness? Because in India, where you have people, or should I say leaders that loved their people, what did they do? What did they do, I ask you? Upon Britain leaving India, they came together and said, we are not compatible. India, you are predominantly Hindu people. We in Pakistan, we are predominantly Muslims. There is no way we can coexist in the same country. So they sat down and decided to partition upon independence. Any sensible being, which we thought that Dr. Zikiwe was, should have realized, because the Sadwana of Sokoto told him, Ahmadu Bello told him that we are incompatible. Awolowo said the same thing, that Nigeria is a contraption, you cannot, not possible to be together. They all knew that Nigeria was unworkable in 1957, 58, 59, 19, they all knew. Exactly with what is happening today, despite knowing that Nigeria was unworkable, because they are going to answer President, the Prime Minister, they will have beautiful houses in Ikoyi, in VI, they will be lording it over other people. They decided, out of expediency, to go for the rubbish that Britain created for them. And today, is India doing well? Pakistan, that is now offering to come and help the zoo to fight insurgency. I hope all of you can understand all of this. I hope you're following what I'm saying. Because in Africa, you people are not human beings. The white people, they see you, or should I say you, they see you as animals. Forget all the pretense. Africa, you're part of Commonwealth. You are not. They don't have any regard for you. Do you know why? Because they created you. They made you who you are. If as a man or a woman you're grown up, you're intelligent enough, you cannot build a country for yourself, you have to wait for a European to come all the way from Europe to build. A man or a woman, you're grown up, you're intelligent enough, you cannot build a country for yourself, you have to wait for a European to come all the way from Europe to build countries for you in Africa. That means you're an idiot. There is no difference between you and an animal. Absolutely no difference.
That was the voice of our Sudan Mazen Nandekan. Undoubtedly, whenever you hear his voice, it empowers you. You know where we are going. Mazen Nandekan explain clearly why we are doing what we are doing today. We have to fight for our freedom. Nobody is going to do it for us. We have to move and fight for our freedom. If we don't fight for it now, a time will come when we will not have the opportunity to get it anymore. This is the time we have the opportunity to take our freedom by force. The contraption called Nigeria is not workable for anybody. And it was not meant to work. Nigeria was not meant to work as a country. It was not meant to work. It was meant to continue to function as a company, whereby British will always continue to have their own court. That is how it was structured. From the onset, it was structured in such a way that will be serving the interests of the West. But in this generation, every of those nonsense is going to be turned around. Mali have taken their own share. Niger have taken their own share. And as I'm seeing, the Biafran people are going to bring peace in that historical republic. By the time we pull out, every other indigenous tribe will wake up and begin to protect their people. You know, we have been telling them all this while, trying to wake them up. Mazen Nandekan did a great, that is why when I remember I was Mazen Nandekan, he did a great job. Mazen Nandekan did a great, after sensitizing the Biafran people, he went ahead, extended it up to the Dudua land, extended it out to the Middle Belt. And today, these regions, they know that all is not well. All these regions today, they know that all is not well, and every one of them is gearing up and preparing for any eventuality. Don't think it's only Biafrans. Biafrans are much more pronounced because of their own situation, and they have seen it all. We have seen it all. We don't hide our feelings. Nobody will come and tell us what happened and what did not happen. At least other people, they can tell them, so they can use colored story and tell them. But for we, the Biafran people, nobody can tell us otherwise. At least we know that almost 5 million people lost their life in civil war in 1967. We know that. We know the reason why that war was held. That same dehumanization, that same jealousy, envy have increased. It has increased. Then how on earth will you tell me you don't know that the only way for us to be free is to fight our way out of this zoological republic? We are going to be free. Absolutely free. Nobody is going to stop our freedom. We will definitely be free. Free as an air. No man born of a woman can stop our freedom. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter who sent you. One with Chukwu Okigabema is majority. We shall overcome. I urge you, any place you are watching this program from, I urge you to stand firm and stand strong. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody to confuse you. Do not allow any propaganda to reach you, because they will come with it. Propaganda will not stop coming. Lies will not stop coming. Blackmail will not stop coming. Even now, it will intensify. That is why you have to be careful. People you mingle with. You have to be very careful the people you are listening to. Be very careful the videos you are watching, so that you don't put yourself into trouble. Chukwu Okigabema, who have made us to come, is going to protect us until the last minute. We shall overcome. We shall overcome, and victory will be ours. Biafra land will be recovered. Today, when you see our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, if you see our Prime Minister, you have no doubt anymore to think whether Biafra will come or is not come. There's no doubt. Personally, I don't have any single doubt if Biafra is coming or is not going to. It is going to come, certainly. What I expect for every Biafra that is genuine today is to begin to ask yourself, what am I going to do to make sure that this breeze of freedom touches me? That is the question. Ask yourself, what am I going to do to make sure that this seed, this breeze of freedom touches me? You cannot afford to stay outside. You cannot afford to lose your guard. You cannot afford to lose your faith in an evil person or in the hand of the enemy. No, we will not do that. Every one of us must prepare for freedom. We are going to walk away from the zoo, and we are going to walk into our own land, Biafra land, the land flowing with milk and honey. We are going to be there. Nobody's going to send us away from there. The only thing you have to do today is to prepare your mind. Prepare your mind, prepare your mind, prepare your mind. Increase your mental toughness, because they are going to come with their blackmail. You see, the one this Mazen Nandikano own is the one that is breaking my heart, and that, I think, that is their last. That is their last. Every other thing they are doing now is just grabbing, and see whether if it can work for them. But the main agenda they had to confuse us and to bring us down is this one they are playing today now. Framing Mazen Nandikano up with different kinds of Mazen Nandikano said, writing letters. It won't end the letter. I told them that we need the videos. Why don't you start on video? Start on video. After recording, you come and play. Let me see who is going to listen to you. No Biafra is going to listen to anything. We have told you right straight. For you to be able to see things right. For you to see that things stop. There's nothing that can stop what is happening. Except, the only thing that can stop our freedom, except Chukwu Okama himself, want to stop it. But for human being, no matter where you keep your life, no matter who is sponsoring you, you cannot stop the coming of Biafra. It is a signed deal, signed and delivered by Chukwu Okama himself. So I urge you, any place you are watching us from, please pay attention to your environment. Very, very important. The 2 week sit at home continues. Today is the 4th day, and I can bet you that there are a lot of tremendous gain made. Biafrans are sitting at home. Our enemies also are not relenting. They are coming with the attack, but each time they come with the attack, they receive water. Nigerian government have continued to receive water on daily basis. Today we hear that they're going to challenge Niger Republic. Who cares? Whether you go to Johannesburg and fight or not, who cares? After all, most of your presidents are from Johannesburg, including the late Muhammadu Buhari. He's from Niger. And the imposter is from Niger. So let them sort it out from themselves there. Let them sort themselves out. You cannot begin to confuse them with that. I appreciate everyone who has paid attention to these very broadcasts. Prepare yourself. We are going home. Prepare. We are going home. Prepare. We are going home. No man born of a woman can stop it. Pay attention to your environment. Listen to instructions. Follow Mazi Samuel on Twitter. Follow all the Biafra and Exile platforms. It is going to keep you safe. I appreciate every one of you that have joined this very platform today, even though we could not be able to do much as we always do before. But I thank you, and I'm able to carry this program up to this time. I say sometimes it is very difficult for us to come online, but we have to, because at this particular point in time, this time of radical evangelism, this time that we are going home, we cannot afford to step aside. That is why, even in all weakness, I will always be here to talk to you and encourage you. Let us be encouraged. Don't be deceived. Do not fear. Don't exercise any fear. Are we going to succeed? We will. We will succeed. Not if. We will succeed. Biafra will come. And when Biafra comes, you have every cause to glorify Chukwu. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. I appreciate you. May Chukwu come again and protect you. May Chukwu come again and protect the ESN, the Biafra Liberation Army, the BNL, and everyone fighting for freedom. May Chukwu come again and protect them. May Chukwu come again and protect our media warriors, protect our Umuada, protect all the members of Biafra Republic in Exile. May Chukwu come again and protect our Prime Minister Mazi Samanekwa. May Chukwu come again and protect our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. No weapon formed or fashioned against us, Biafra, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Masamako, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nanika shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching and stay blessed. I will see you again in the evening in King David Exploit Expose. If you have time, come over there. Maybe we will have more strength to talk more about so many issues. Or else, see you tomorrow. Thank you and stay safe. Bye-bye.